राजीव जी की ये परिकल्पना थी कि जैसा प्रिविलेज एजुकेशन उन्हें मिला उसी तरह का एजुकेशन उनको हर बच्चे को जो प्रतिभाशाली है कम से कम उसको मिले। इसलिए भारत के हर एक ज़िले में एक एक नवोदय विद्यालय खोला गया। बड़ी खुशी की बात है कि भारत में सब जगह है, तमिलनाडु के अलावा किसी कारणवश तमिलनाडु में नहीं खुल पाए। 12वीं क्लास पास करके नवोदय विद्यालयों से पास आउट होके अलग अलग काम कर रहे हैं। कुछ तो अभी फर्दर स्टडीज़ में हैं, कुछ प्रोफेशनल्स बन चुके हैं, कुछ लॉयर्स हैं, डॉक्टर्स हैं, इंजीनियर्स हैं, सिविल सर्वेंट्स हैं, कुछ पॉलिटिकल फील्ड में भी हैं, इत्यादि इत्यादि। तो ये एक बहुत बड़ी कंट्रीब्यूशन है कि 1.2 मिलियन टैलेंटेड चिल्ड्रन जिनको के अगर इस तरह की अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिलती जो कि नवोदय विद्यालय में मिलती है तो शायद वो लाइफ में इतना आगे नहीं जा पाते।
So my name is Anup Maurya. I was born in this place. This is the village named Moglaha. About 70 families live here. And in this village I spent about 8 years of my initial life. This is the house, this is the home where I was born. This is the place where I lived before I went to JNV. All of my family members live in this one room, and this is the whole place. I grew up seeing injustices, poverties, domestic violences, and the most shocking thing that I remember is two things. One was the kind of life people tend to live when they are in the poverty, and second thing is the kind of influence government have on the normal people's life. And all of that was shaping me, So small instances of me seeing people, girls and boys having different kind of lives, getting different kind of treatments, me seeing people choosing different kind of schools to go to, all of that had a broader effect on my life and kind of opinions I had about how should future of a person like me look like. About 2002 or 3, I heard about the JNV, Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, and the entrance test. A village person came to my parents and he told him that there is this exam happening and it could kind of benefit you because everything will be fully sponsored and your kid will have a great life. When I was around about 9 years old, I cracked this competitive exam JNVST, which gave me opportunity to be at residential school Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya. It's a full-time program where people have to leave their villages and be on campus 24/7, and this was for 7 years. So from 6th class to 12th class, I was in the school and away from home, and the kind of teachers you have are amazing. It's a wonderful program that a rural person would never dream of. I had whole series of opportunities lying out there, ranging from academics to sports to music to culture to migration to new kind of things, all dramatics, new kind of people, good teachers. Teachers were also housemasters, they were wardens, and we were always in touch. I remember getting my queries addressed even till 11 p.m. in the night. So the opportunity in the JNV is about getting that kind of opportunity 24/7.
Every year there are about 50,000 JNV students coming out of schools from across India, JNV schools. Now ensuring that all 50,000 students get to a college of their level, let the financial barrier and information barrier not stopping them to get to their own worth would be the goal. And I would like to invite many more people who could join me in their own capacities, because I think the task is very hard and very long term, and it is not possible to it's like we need more and more people to come forward. Maybe we have 12 lakh alumni. If every alumni comes together, this is easily doable. So my only proposal, my only request would be to invite people. I would like to invite people to join me in this moment and make it possible for each JNV kid walking out of the school to ensure that they reach out to a good, decent college and make a worthy living and give back to society.
So from the day one in the school, I was always thinking of giving back. I was always thinking of the faces who were with me before school and who could not crack the exam and cannot come to school, and the kind of lives they and I were leading, the difference between those lives. And I was always thinking, how do I finish my education soon, and how I can make an instrument of change for people back there in my village. I always wanted to be socially relevant, be giving back, be working with people of my kind, and the kind of region, the kind of village I come from, I wanted to reach out to same kind of people. Everything is provided to the students between 6th to 12th class. They get food, they get academic support, they get financial support, they get everything they need to be studying in the schooling. But once they graduate from the school, their support system suddenly stops. So they, most of them either make mediocre choices, they go to the neighboring colleges, or they sometimes they also drop out of the studies. So they're not able to take their fullest potential forward. So they were academically bright and they had a huge grassroots experience. I thought if I can enable these people to be socially relevant, they can be great human resources to build a better India.
Because law is something wherein you could really tap into the social fabric. You can empower people, you can walk with the downtrodden, you can support the unempowered ones. So law is something that empowers you to become a instrument of change for people around you, unlike any other discipline. And we have many avenues where we get guidance for other streams, including medical, engineering and all others, but law is something that pertains to social change. There is no other stream that empowers you to become socially effective the way you could become in law. We have leaders like Ambedkar, Gandhi, Mandela. All those people have walked through law degrees and they have become what they could, including the recent one, Obama. We have people who have done an amazing job of become community builders, become brothers and sisters, become keepers of their societies, communities by having that law education. So this really transforms people, and our job is to get some of the special people from the JNV campuses who could be empowered with the law education and then come in the social arena, in the whole development field, and use that education to support the neediest people. As Gandhi said, the people who are last in the queue, who are at the last of the pyramid. So we need some of the very, very cultivated minds of JNV to have law education and come back to the society where they come from to support people and equalize the world.
And from my childhood, I have seen my parents, as my father is in judiciary sector, so I have seen my father with having a files of civil courts. So from my childhood, I have got the passion to know about judiciary and also want to be a part of judiciary. So when I know that on the 30th of July of 2019, CLAD BNA program, scholar program is going to help to have a scholarship for those students who are interested to be in a law profession. It's my dream to be a judge. Then from there, I start to struggle that I will get selected for this program. After that, I prepare myself to give the exams on 30 July 2019. Then when I have prepared my exams and I have given it, then the results come, and it was too much happiness to me that I have been selected in that. Then I come in JNV Bahraich for the interview purpose, and it was like I can or I cannot be selected in that. But it seems that I have been selected, and I am right now in front of you and in the JNV Bahraich as a participant of the CLAD BNA Scholar Program.
Try your best to get into a good law school. Once you're in the law school, study law to a level of excellence. It doesn't matter whether you're a topper or not. उससे कोई फर्क नहीं. Only one person can be a topper. ठीक है? That's not the issue. Understand law, internalize it fully. Okay? And all aspects of it. Everything from constitutional law, jurisprudence, to new fields like environmental law, international law. बहुत सारे, और जो नए लॉ स्कूल हैं वो बहुत अच्छे हैं. वहाँ बहुत अच्छी फैकल्टी है और अलग अलग डिसिप्लिन्स, जो लॉ के सब डिसिप्लिन्स हैं वो बहुत फैसिनेटिंग होते हैं. तो वो सब आप जितना समझ सकते हो समझने की कोशिश करो. Whatever you choose to do, be excellent in it, and remember that society has invested in you, and you are part of a chain. You have to take that investment and pass it on back to society. है ना? So whether you're a corporate lawyer or a litigation, public interest litigation lawyer, or a law scholar, I mean a professor, it doesn't matter as long as you're pursuing the goals of excellence and service to society.
So just after the board, they're going to appear in the CLAT exam, and the other law entrance exams will be happening from mid of June until July last.
Which others? So because these children have prepared for law entrance, so they can sit for
Absolutely
3 or 4 such exams.
See, law entrances being very competitive like others, our aim is to get them sit in as many exams as possible and secure a seat in one of the best places possible.
So on the assumption that out of 30, a significant number, I hope all of them, but even if 15-20 of them make it to the top law schools, what is your plan for their paying for their fees and hostel stay and all that? Most of these children come from very underprivileged backgrounds. So while in JNV, Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, they were being paid for by the government, now what happens?
And when let's say 20 of them make it to CLAT or other top law schools, then would need about 70-80 lakh rupees every year. And we have 100% of our kids come from economically weaker families. About 80% of them are below poverty line, which is like poverty-stricken families. Other ones are from general category, but they all are from economically weaker section.
So each child typically, what is the total cost of fee and hostel and all of that?
For one person, it would be around 13 lakh rupees for a 5-year law education.
So each year about
2.5 lakhs.
2.5 lakhs. Just fees or?
It includes fees and hostel both. But the fees ranges from 2 lakh to 3.5 lakh depending upon different schools. So we should say 3 lakh rupees per annum per kid.
3 lakhs per annum per child.
Yes.
So that's why for 20 you said 60-70 lakhs will be needed.
Yeah.
Right. So what are your plans for mobilizing these funds? Your Bharat Navodaya Abhiyan is working to mobilize these funds?
Yes, the plan is to reach out to as many people as possible who have who could support the students. They can sponsor individually. I want to acknowledge the fact that many of the high net worth individuals, philanthropists have came forward to support the 2-year journey of these 30 students. But now going forward, we're going to reach out to them, but along with them, we're going to reach out to many more people, specifically from the legal fraternity, because we're preparing these kids to be instrumental in making that legal space inclusive and diverse. So we want the law schools, the law school graduates, the law firm owners and big lawyers from India to come forward, join hands and support these students in completing their education from top-tier schools on time and in a financially viable manner.
In addition to this, how will you ensure that at the end of this 5-year program, these children have a certain orientation? Your objective is not just that they pass a law exam from a top school. They could all become corporate lawyers, because that's where you get the maximum remuneration after placement. You want some of them to get into human rights, some of them to get into environmental law, some of them to work on social causes, some of them to join the, to become judges. So for that, in addition to whatever they're learning in their 5 years, do you have any plans for some special programs for them during the summer breaks or?
Absolutely. I think from the day one when they entered the program on 14th of November 2019, we had a very clear mandate of having a special focus on making them pursue objective of public service. And we had different people who kept on coming to the program campus to handhold these kids and make sure that they have that awakening and that brain muscle that is active, that they should be able to give back and they should be willing to do that. In the summers, we want to get them back to one space where we could rekindle that spirit of giving back. And I think just being with them and giving them a good mentor who have been instrumental in making some big reform possible and making them understand the value of where they come from and where they have reached. And I think जब तक उनको अपने रूट का याद रहेगा कि वो कहाँ से आए हैं और किस तरह से किन लोगों के सपोर्ट से वो कहाँ पहुँच गए हैं, अगर वो रिकिंडल रहेगा लगातार, अगर वो दिमाग में याद रहेगा, तो वो हमेशा से वापस करना चाहेंगे और वही वैल्यू है.